Alright guys, and welcome back to my channel bambiixfashion. This month and a little bit after it, I'll be doing a 70s theme on both of my YouTube channels and my IG, so I'm pretty excited for that. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a 70s ringer tee with a graphic design on it. So we're going to start off with a t-shirt that fits. We're going to trace out the front and the back as shown. Working with the front, we're going to fold the front of the shirt in half, with the front of the shirt being on the outside. Then I draw a line that's a little longer than the length of the shirt. This line is the center front line. We're going to place the fold line on the center front line and trace all around the shirt, not including the sleeves. Right here at the neckline, I go up about half of an inch because I want the neckline to be a little closer up on my neck. And we're just going to poke and trace out. I'm going to trace the armhole the same way, but I use a pin instead of my fingers because I wanted to. So right here I'm getting the pin and I'm literally just going to poke the paper with the pin, and then when I remove the shirt you're going to see the hole, so you're just going to trace out from there. At this point you can adjust the shirt if you want to. My shirt was fine, so I just brought it out a little bit at the side seam, and then I added a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance all around and probably half of an inch seam allowance at the bottom of the shirt. You're going to do the same thing for the front. You're going to do the same thing for the back of the shirt, and that part of the pattern is done. Then we're going to do the sleeves. This is a little tricky, but it's not hard, okay? Don't forget to add your notes on your top in case you want to make another one later on in life. For the sleeve of the shirt, we're going to draw a straight line and line up the sleeve on the line as shown. I'm starting with the front, so the front of the sleeve will be facing me. Then I'm just going to trace out the sleeve as shown. When I get to the armhole, I just wiggle my pencil in between the cloth of my shirt so that I mark the paper. You're going to see it in a second. So you see I'm just wiggling it and it's going to be marked through to the paper. When this is done, I'm just going to connect the dots and redraw it. Don't forget to mark out which one is the front and which one is the back. I usually do the front with one line notch on the actual armhole, but you don't see it there. And I do the back with 2 notches. But anyways, on to the back. We're going to do it the same way we did the front. Pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. Not really self-explanatory, but you can see what I'm doing here. And it's pretty much the same thing. And after that, you are going to add the seam allowance and the sleeve is done, and your pattern is pretty much done. I cut the pattern out on the cloth already, so you're going to see that right now in the next step. And here we are. Now This is the front and the back, and we're just going to sew both top parts, shoulder seams. Yeah, and that's it, sewn. And we're gonna sprawl the shirt open like this with the right side facing us. Just clip off any little extra ends you have there, and don't look at my ashy, whatever you call that, arm, hand. Don't look at it. Now with the round side of the sleeve facing up towards us, we're going to put the top, the little middle part of the sleeve, matching the shoulder seam, and we are going to pin it all the way around as shown to the side seam, front and back. Sorry, I don't have the top part. This is it sewn, and we're going to turn the shirt inside out to the round side, and we're going to pin and sew the side seams. So we're going to sew there, and we're going to sew there. Using our contrasting fabric, which is going to be the ribbon, we are going to cut a allowance strip, which is 1 3/4 of an inch high. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So now that we've cut out that strip, we're going to line it up against our neckline as shown. Oh, here I'm just showing you that I did the hem already. So we're gonna line it up like that, and I wanted mine to be a little tight on my neck, a little bit. So after lining it up, I stretched the fabric to see how stretchy it is. It's pretty stretchy when you pull it, and I just took off like 3 inches off of it. But you can take off as much or as little as you want. Not too much, because then, yeah, not cute. So we're gonna do the same thing for the armhole, but for the armhole I only took off like, I think, 2 inches off of the original length. Yeah, 2 inches. And then I doubled that because I wanted to do it for the other side. So right now we are going to fold it in half as shown. 1, 2, and then we're gonna stitch the open ends shut. There, not there, up there. Yes. Now that those are sewn, we are going to fold them so that the right sides are out, and we are going to attach the raw edge to the edge of the neckline. So it's folded, so you see it's not as thick as before. So it should probably be like 5/8 high, I think, something like that. Okay, you get me. So then we're just gonna pin like this. And remember, when you're sewing it, you stretch the shirt to match up with the, well, not the shirt, you stretch the ribbon to match up with the neckline. We're gonna do that. You're gonna pin it like that, and then we're gonna pin it to the armholes as well, and just stretch while you're sewing. So this is the shirt sewn with the ribbon on the neckline and the sleeves. Right now I'm just going to show y'all like a little bit of what I did. I just googled 70s graphic shirt, and I just got some inspiration from the ones that are already there. You see a lot of them have like lines or like palm trees and like just wording, like specific 70s wording. So you just like look through and you just get a little bit of inspiration from, you know. So I just got like a color palette. I just saved that, and I went into Photoshop and I used a 70s font from thefont.com, and I put Groovy Baby, and literally you can do whatever you want to do, put whatever you want on it, and you have to use the iron-on transfers that I have in the description. Well, you don't have to use those ones, but those ones worked for me. So just get that, and then you follow the instructions, and then you print it on the paper. So this is what I came up with, and I put a box inside the shirt, and I put it right in the center of the shirt. And I use a tracing paper or the wax paper, whatever paper that is, that came with the iron-on transfers, and I'm just following the directions, and you have to press on it really hard. So yeah, so this is it.